Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. And we begin with what will certainly be a very different NBA playoff season now underway inside the league's Disney World bubble in Florida. After 2 weeks of getting everyone up to speed following a 4-month layoff, the first round of the basketball playoffs opened yesterday with 4 games. Still, nothing about these playoffs will be normal. With no in-person fans or home court advantage, the championship race is really up for grabs. Even LA Lakers star LeBron James admits he's been struggling to get used to the situation. But as always, he's the man to watch. He's just 89 points away from 7,000 career postseason points. No one else even has 6,000. Also chasing history, Kawhi Leonard. If he wins the NBA's MVP award with the Clippers, he'll be the first player to win it on 3 different teams. Summer vacation is getting interrupted for members of the U.S. Congress. Yesterday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she's bringing members back from their August recess this week to vote on a bill involving the U.S. Postal Service. The Postmaster General is cutting overtime and reducing post office hours to save money, which has led to lots of undelivered mail. And there could be more trouble in November with millions of adults voting by mail due to COVID-19. So Congress is expected to see if they could find a way to give the Postal Service more money and prevent any dramatic changes being made to its operations, at least for the rest of the year. Danny's Rocket Ranch Space Salsa has launched into business and hopefully into orbit. Danny Jacques is a retired science teacher and self-described space nerd who's been creating homemade salsa for a long time. 2 years ago, while volunteering at space camp, Danny brought his salsa to a pool party where a former astronaut was raving about how good it was, and that's where the idea to create a special version took off. Anything spicy is really appreciated on a space rocket menu since microgravity reduces an astronaut's sense of taste. Danny selects dehydrated versions of tomatoes, chili, onion, and garlic, plus various spices that can mix with water to create a fiery dip, either on Earth, the Moon, Mars, or wherever. Danny says he always wanted to be an astronaut, but if he's contacted by NASA and his salsa can get into space, that would be just as good. It was on this date in 1920 that the 19th Amendment was ratified, which gave women the right to vote in the United States. While this was a major win for women across the country, the journey to make this change possible was long and challenging, with countless activists working hard to make this a reality. There are no major public events marking this occasion today, but there's a lot of digital programming to commemorate the centennial, and First Lady Melania Trump is the official host of an exhibit called Building the Movement, America's Youth Celebrate 100 Years of Women's Suffrage, showcasing artwork by young Americans. A digital version of the exhibit will launch in 1 week. A giant mural on the side of a 5-story building in Warsaw, Poland isn't just pretty to look at, it's also helping to clear the air. Literally. The local artists used special paint that attracts airborne pollutants, then allows sunlight to change them into harmless organic matter. The big drawing shows a collection of smiling flowers curving around modern buildings and is the second of about a dozen smog cleaning murals to be created around the world. The first was in Bangkok, Thailand, and this effort is organized by sportswear company Converse as part of their City Forest campaign. The Warsaw mural removes the same amount of pollutants in the air as 720 trees, and when the campaign is finished across several countries, the mural should be doing the work of 3,000 trees. That's it for KidNuz. We want to thank all the generous donors who are helping keep this nonprofit podcast of kid-friendly news on the air every weekday. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, just go to our website, www.kidnuz.org. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What sport started its playoffs yesterday in the Disney World bubble? The NBA. Why do astronauts like spicy food in space? The lack of gravity reduces their sense of taste. Ratified 100 years ago today, what did the 19th Amendment do? Give women the right to vote. How many trees would it take to clean the air as much as a special giant mural in Warsaw, Poland? $720. In one for the road. Ready-to-eat chicken normally doesn't stay in the air for long, but thanks to Food Panda, some fried chicken just got delivered to hungry sailors way out at sea with the use of a drone. Last week, a trial run in Singapore delivered an order of a local chicken dish to a vessel located about 2 miles offshore in about 10 minutes. The new service, to be called Panda Fly, will help the company complete more deliveries while keeping costs low and still allow customers to get piping hot meals arriving right at their doorstep. More trials are needed first, though, to test drones that can fly for a longer distance. Before we go, our KidNuz birthday shout-outs go to Maxwell in Fairfax, Virginia, Charlotte in Carlsbad, California, Matthew in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Grace in Lehigh, Utah, and Lily in Apopka, Florida. Thanks for listening, and we hope you tune in for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.